saw a clip this morning. Perfect. That was a picture of the old Brady Bunch. And you remember how they were all in their squares? We were laughing, thinking, hey, 1970s Zoom, before we even knew it existed, right? So we're grateful for it now. Thank you for joining us. My name is Corey Allerton, and I am the Artistic Director of the POP program. This is Adam Holdaway, and he's the Academy Director. Our titles really mean nothing. We literally work together, and we both do everything. So if ever you have anything you need or questions or concerns, either one of us can usually assist in any way. If it is computer focused, definitely go to Adam, or I will send you there anyway. No, we're grateful that you're here, and we're grateful for our program. We love pop music, and contemporary vocals is our thing. Adam has been a man in music for years, plays multiple instruments, and is definitely my right arm as we teamwork through this.
That was your left arm.
My right arm as we work through this. I have been teaching private voice for over 30 years and have a degree in voice, so it is definitely my thing. I got to tour with a band for 3 years, and so we love pop music and love working here at Utah COPA. I just wanted to share with you a few things. The mission of Utah COPA, first of all, is to develop our talents, our confidence, and performance skills while experiencing purposeful performance in a spirit of camaraderie. So to me, that says we all come and get to enjoy learning about pop music, but we get to do it in an educational base. And that is super important to us. Even when we tour, it's important that we have educational experiences and that we're doing lots of things that help our students to grow and increase in their talents and abilities. But first and foremost is that we're educating them. And our pop music program is one that has been in development for a while. We have been here at AF for about 9 years. 9 years? 9 years. This was our 9th.
We're going into our
10th, starting our 10th.
Yeah, starting our 10th.
So almost starting our 10 years. And we have been in DRAPER for 2.
Pop.
Starting our 2nd.
Starting our
Starting
our
3rd.
Starting our 2nd.
Starting our 2nd.
Yeah.
See, good thing we have each other. Starting our 2nd. So we are growing in DRAPER, and we think we have it down here in American Fork. We offer a couple different levels in pop. You'll notice that we have multiple pop companies. Our oldest pop company is called Rise. They are our senior level, or our high school level. And we have Gravity, which is our junior high level, which is our elementary school level. And then we have 2 classes that we're offering. We have Pop Rocks, which is our kindergarten level. How old are you, dude?
Wrong.
6. Pop Rocks is
Fizz is now the kindergarten level.
Pop Fizz is brand new this year, and it is our kindergarten level. We have Pop Rocks, which is our 1st and 2nd grade level.
Third and fourth.
Third and
yes.
fourth
The
grade
older class.
Oh my goodness
So Fizz
gracious.
is the younger. Fizz is like 1st through 3rd grade.
Yes,
And 3rd through 5th is Pop Rock.
that's it. That's it. Glad you guys are here to all help me out with this. Yes. So, and one of those we just added this year. So we're excited to kind of see how that goes. For those that don't want a full company experience, which does involve more time, it's a greater financial commitment. And we offer the class that is more simple. None of those companies tour, however. The only touring companies are our Gravity age kids as well as our Rise age kids. Now, our DRAPER program is a little different. Hopefully this year we'll be able to fill our classes and our DRAPER kids can tour. But if not, we will have a little bit of a half and half company, which would be some high school kids as well as junior high kids. We took like that 9th grade, 8th grade range and created one company. And because we had younger children, the companies did not tour. You do need to be, it was 3rd grade, 4th grade. You do need to be in 7th grade, correct? To tour. So, but we're excited about that. We'll
Although we will look at the situation this year and see
and evaluate where it is.
If we can pull off a tour.
Perfect.
Based on who's in the company.
And we know tours are super important and they're super fun. So we want to provide that opportunity if it's at all possible for the kids. Auditions are coming up. At the front desk, there is this flyer. You can see this flyer with all of the information and the details and links and what you would need. So feel free to grab one of those if you're here at COPA, whether you're at DRAPER or American Fork. Both have these on the front desk. If not, the same information is online. And we can go through that if you would like, or you can email Corey at Utah COPA and I can answer your questions with more detail. But like I said, it is found online as well. Go ahead and turn some time over to
Are you
Adam.
doing the front desk flyer?
That was this.
No, that's the front desk flyer. It's the one that breaks
Oh, I
down
grabbed the wrong one.
classes and dates and times and the tuition.
Okay,
That's the front.
no, I'm not. Go ahead.
Well, go ahead.
I got that one.
Ed Corey went over some of the stuff that I was going to go over already. So Pop Rocks, Pop Biz, that is our classes. We have companies that you audition for, classes that are open enrollment. And registration is open because you said you already registered. So those classes are available in Draper and American Fork. Here in American Fork, we will have Izzy teaching that again. She taught it this year, and Kamisha will be teaching it up in Draper. Kamisha? Yes. Oh, Izzy's coming back. Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, so those would be our teachers for our classes. In American Fork, they're Mondays and Wednesdays, and in Draper, they're on Thursdays for those classes.
And as Adam was mentioning, there's also a flyer at the front desk. Actually, I didn't see it there this morning.
It's not printed, so we'll have to pull it up online.
Okay, print some extras. They
Yeah.
may be been taken. That does give the details of every class and when every class is offered, the days, the times, that kind of stuff. It does not say teachers on there, however, but it does say the class time. So if you're trying out for Fusion, so if you're in third grade, you're trying out for Fusion, it'll tell you exactly what is expected in terms of your attendance, your time on that flyer as well.
You can access that flyer at utahcopa.com. Go to the companies tab or the classes tab, and then select POP, and then you can select the schedule. I think there's a button that says AF schedule, Draper schedule, something like that, and then it pops up and shows the full flyer. It'd be really, if you're auditioning, for those here online with us, if this is your first time, you really want to take a look at that because it talks about tuition costs, fees, tour costs for those companies that tour, and again, dates and times, and what the commitment is to be in a company, be involved with that. Okay. Performances. So when you're in a class or a company, we offer performance opportunities for all of those groups. We have one of the great things about this American Fork building is we own the whole building. And for those who've been with us for a while know that Caleb Chapman occupies this third of the building. Starting August 1st, July 31st, we are taking over the whole building. So we will have all of it. So for those who rehearse in the black box when there's a band rehearsing next door, you won't have that anymore. Hallelujah. It'll be a lot quieter. So the Live at Studio 6, which is the studio right next door, we will continue doing our Live at Studio 6, and that is for Fusion and Gravity and Pop Rocks and Pop Fizz. They do those twice a year. It's a solo showcase. They work on songs in their vocal tech classes with their teachers, or in their classes with either Izzy or Kamisha in those Pop Rocks, Pop Fizz classes. And then they get to come and perform. If you're in American Fork, you perform in Studio 6. Draper, you perform in the black box, live at the black box. So that's twice a year we do those showcases. And then if you're in Rise, the high school age company, you perform 3 times a year at Velour down in Provo. 2 of those showcases are more of an acoustic kind of stripped down. You still play with some live musicians. We have a band that'll come and back those kids up. A lot of it is their own original compositions that they work on in their songwriting classes, or they'll just do some cool creation of a cover. And we'll do those twice a year at Velour with a more stripped down acoustic show. And then I'll get to the other show in just a minute. So those are our kind of solo showcases for all ages, all groups, companies, and classes. And then we have our big showcases in January and in May. The January showcases for Fusion, Gravity, and Pop Rocks. So this year we tried something new and we actually kind of liked it. Worked out really well. So we're going to do it again next year. Fusion, Gravity, and Pop Rocks, Pop Fizz will perform at the COPA concert at the Covey Center in January. So we're going to do that again. It's MDT, it's pop, it's, I don't know, do we have dance at that concert too?
No.
We did. It was just MDT and pop. We're going to do that again this year. So those Fusion, Gravity, and the classes will perform at the Covey in January. The nice thing about that is the companies get more than one opportunity to perform. They get, I think, twice. They perform. The classes perform once. The companies get to do 2 shows. So that'll be for those groups. And then Rise, we tried this first time this year, and it turned out really well, where we take our big stage show and we put it on the stage at Velour. With,
Do you guys know what Velour is? Okay. Yeah. No. Explain what Velour is.
Velour is it's a club down in it's a club. I mean,
It is.
It is a
kind
club.
of like club.
It's a club down in Provo. It's really intimate club. It's where groups like Imagine Dragons started. Neon Trees came out of Velour. Moth and the Flame. I mean, there's so many groups.
Did the Killers?
No,
Not the Killers.
no, but they've recorded a music video there. So
Oh.
there's that. As did Olivia Rodrigo. She filmed a music video at Velour as well too. So it's a cool club down in Provo, and we're really good friends with the owner, and he he loves having COPA come down and do our shows there. That's why we do at least 3 shows, and he'd probably like that more if we could. So we put on our big show with the group numbers and the solos on the Velour stage, which is fun. It's tricky, but it's fun.
But it's a great opportunity for the kids as well to kind of get the feeling of what it's like to be a developing artist, because they'll do their own solo work, as Adam mentioned, and then perform their group numbers. And it's a smaller venue, so it's not quite so big staged, but more intimate, which is what a lot of up and coming artists get their beginning, they're starting at, is more intimate venues. So it's kind of like that feeling for them. It's the first 2 are free of charge, but the January one, we do have them sell tickets, so they can bring in friends, whomever.
And we packed the last one. It was great. It was awesome.
It's a lot of fun.
A lot of fun. And then our May show. Well, let me back up to the January show. We decided to try a new thing this coming year, where we're going to theme our January shows just like we theme our May shows. So if you're familiar with our May shows, it's always the theme as tribute to an artist, tribute to a decade, that kind of show. Like this year, next week, we're doing a 2 weeks, whatever it is, week and a half, 90s and 2000s tribute show. So in January, we're going to do hits of the decades. And so every January, it'll be a show of hits of the decades. That way we're able to include the really modern stuff that's on the radio now, but we might pull out an Elvis tune or a Janis Joplin song or a Beatles tune or whatever. So it'll be a wide variety of songs that kids will enjoy and parents will enjoy. And so that'll be our January show. Then our May show, we do our big, massive pop show, which it's going to be at the Leahona again next year, just like it'll be this year. And that's DRAPER, AF, Pop, classes, companies, all combined for one big show that's themed. The theme for next year's show is going to be called The Piano Men. It's a show of Elton John and Billy Joel. So that'll be the show for next year is Piano Men instead of The Piano Man. So that'll be our big theme show for next year.
And that has the band.
That'll be full band, yeah, live bands, staging, lighting, fog machines, no lasers.
Oh, we would have lasers.
Oh, if we could have lasers.
No, that's for all pop.
All
so they all
yeah.
get to experience.
The classes don't perform with the band. They just do the tracks. It's a little harder for little kids to react to a live band.
But it's a great experience for kids to learn how to sing with a band and how to follow with a band. And there are opportunities to prepare to sing with a band. They get, well, you're probably gonna talk about this time in the studio. Are you talking about that? No. They get time to go into a recording studio, a professional recording studio where they're recording, they're working with a sound engineer. They're learning how to sing back with a click track and, hearing themselves. These are all developmental skills that work with the pop industry, actually any industry, but work with contemporary music. So it's a great experience and a great opportunity for them in that evolution of their education. So,
Mia, you just missed the big announcement of next year's show.
we're glad you're here.
Next year's May show is Piano Men. It's Elton John, Billy Joel.
Oh,
Wow, it's meant to
Billy
be.
Joel, yes,
Yeah.
be awesome.
I forced it on her whole life.
That's awesome. We have some questions, it looks like coming. I'm gonna pull this in because I can't see and I'm gonna take the glasses off too. Everyone, okay. Okay, there's no questions. It's just, yeah,
You're okay.
we're good. We're good. Okay. Next up, that we do in the pop program that many of the other program academies have eliminated, but we still do, our music videos. So we do company-wide music videos. So this doesn't apply to classes. This is for companies only. We do company music videos. So this year, if you've been following us on social media, we just recently released our
Oh my gosh.
Rise American Folk music video, which is Smooth by Santana with Rob Thomas. That's coming from our 90s tribute show. And then we will be releasing, I hope this week, should be coming out, the Fusion Draper Gravity music video, which is in preparation for our 90s, 2000s show. And that was a NSYNC song.
Mhm.
Yeah. So that'll be coming out soon too. So we do company music videos. And then in Rise, we do individual music videos. Next year, we do black box sessions. We do a rotation of our videos. So next year, we'll be doing black box sessions with Rise, where they just do video covers that they come up with.
So explain a black box session.
So we're in the black box. So we come in here and we light it, we fog, we do some cool effects, and we film a video, more of a performance-based video here in the black box, compared to a regular music video where we'd go out on location and storyboard a video. That's on opposite years. So next year will be black box videos where we're just in here doing a black box session, performance-based music video.
So the kids are also learning how to work in a smaller venue as well, and with more elaborate lighting,
Yeah.
fog, but not out somewhere. And then the following years where they learn to let's go on. I'm having a brain fog.
Location.
Go on location, and they will get to choose like where do I want to film. And he mentioned storyboarding. For those of you that aren't familiar with storyboarding, it's literally where you like map out exactly what every shot is in your music video. So they learn how to do all that kind of stuff and how to promote themselves, which is probably a great.
And they
segue.
learn, as one of students I just filmed last week, Joseph, how to film with mosquitoes and bugs flying in your mouth while you're and just ignoring it and just performing. So that was a lot of fun. Yeah, my hair was full of bugs.
Oh
and-
my God.
No, you won't. In the video, you can't even tell. It looks great. So it's being professional, even with crazy circumstances all around you. Okay, next year, as far as tours go, so as Corey had mentioned, Rise will go on their own tour. This year, we're doing California with Gravity.
Please stop.
Every other year, we do a big tour outside of
What?
Gravity. So Rise next year, we'll be going to Cleveland,
Hey, just put them by the door.
Hall of Fame, and Detroit, home of Motown. So we'll be doing kind of a rock and roll Motown tour next year. And I think there's a really cool amusement park in between.
Cedar Point.
Yes, Cedar Point, that we'll hopefully be trying to get up
Amazing.
to and perform there. So that'll be our tour next year for Rise. And then Gravity, we'll be doing a Las Vegas tour. We did that last year.
Mhm.
And we learned a lot from that tour. There were some good experiences and some things we wanted to improve. And so we're working with our tour director now to really make that an awesome tour. So on that tour, they'll go to Cirque du Soleil shows. Last year, we took them to the Michael Jackson show. Love to have them see the Beatles show because that's a really good one. We're looking for some performance opportunities, appropriate performance opportunities in Vegas, which there are. It's just trying to find. I think Fremont Street has a stage, performance stage. So we're looking at that.
It's all in discussion and in the works right now,
Yep.
but we are very conscientious of where in Vegas we're taking your children.
Yes.
You have that junior
And
high
the time of day
age,
we're taking.
time
them
of
to certain
day,
places.
yes, there, and adult supervision.
Yeah.
All of that is well into consideration. And if you do have concerns or worries, please let us know. Yeah,
And he loved it. That's great.
it's fun. It's actually a fun tour. They stay in a VRBO and have a pool and just get to be together as a team. So it's kind of a fun tour on a smaller level.
Yeah.
So
So that'll be the tours next year for Horizon and Gravity. Are there any questions up to this point on things we've been going over before we move on to other stuff? Go ahead.
Hey, you guys are cleaning up.
We're in North Line. Does it matter? Like, should we go to one over the other?
Doesn't matter.
doesn't
It's up to
even
you.
matter.
Whatever's
It's up to you.
easiest.
Is there one that's supposed to be, I was part of acceptance or an audition?
So-
Easier to get.
That question came up earlier, and our direction would be if you are interested in auditioning, say, and we are capable of going to AF or Draper, put on, when you audition at one location and put on your paperwork that you're interested in either location, of being cast in either location.
Yeah.
Cause it might come down to the fact where you've got 50 kids that are auditioning for one class. Yeah,
Yes,
and it might be easier to get into the other location or something of that nature. Put it on your application. When you check in the day of,
Just have to.
just have them say this student is interested in both. Cause your application is actually online. And if you've already done that, but you can, when you check in, say if you decide to audition at AF, say I'm actually interested in Draper as well. If you decide to audition at Draper, I'm interested in AF as well. And then when we're casting, we can kind of see, hey, this child really could be in either company. Yeah.
Okay, perfect, thank you.
And again, in relation to auditions, it is really important that you get online and register online for those that need to do that. I think the link is at
link is up,
utahcopa.com, where you can go in and fill out your application form, whether it's for Draper or for American Fork. You need to get that spot as soon as possible.
Great.
Okay, any other questions? Yeah, go ahead.
Be strict on the headshots, isn't it just be?
So the headshot is mainly for their benefit. We encourage our kids to get out and audition and have opportunities out in the industry, out and about. We had multiple kids sing the national anthem at multiple events this year, like the Bees games or UVU baseball games, stuff like that. So that's mainly for their benefit. So you don't have to have them professionally done. However, the lady that does take our shots charges, is it $50?
I think so.
50, that is so cheap for a headshot. And she does a
Great.
great job. But if you're a photographer and you know someone or you have something you don't, and you'd rather do it your own way, that's totally fine. It's just an option. So
Someone had mentioned online that they can't hear the questions, so when someone asks, we'll just have to repeat.
we'll
that
repeat them.
question.
Okay.
Yeah, question one that was just a minute ago was regarding, and I just forgot what the question was now already.
About Draper.
Draper and where to audition if you're kind of in between. And then that last question was for headshots on the audition forms.
If the headshots are mandatory and they're not, just a great idea. Opportunity. Okay, should we move on?
Yeah,
Okay,
all
we're
you.
gonna talk a little bit about tuition and the fee schedule. I love that COPA provides so many opportunities for our students and so many opportunities to grow. However, those opportunities to grow, they're not cheap, and we understand that and know that everything does cost money. So we want to try to make this as affordable and as easily payable for you as parents. So COPA works on a 12-month program. So there's actually two different payments that you're charged. One is your tuition, which is actually the cost of your class itself, your classes or your companies themselves. Then the other is your fees. So when you're charged during the month, you'll see two charges come through. Is it two or do they combine? the
Well,
two?
you'll actually see three because there's
A
tour
tour.
fees too.
Okay,
yeah.
so two different charges. And then if you're a touring company, you would see a separate one as well. We do work, like I mentioned, on a 12-month cycle that helps your tuition and your payments be less each month. So the way that is done is we would count up all of the classes or hours that your student would take a year. And then we divide those by 12 and that comes up with your month payment. So you'll notice that in the month of December, you only come for 2 weeks. In the month of May, you come for less, but you're not charged for the time that you're not here. We just divide them up so your payment is a little easier. Sometimes that gets a little confusing for parents and they wonder, why am I paying the same amount in December and my child was only there 2
Well,
weeks?
and June you don't come at all, or
June, you
July,
don't come at all, correct?
but we spread it out rather than having bigger payments for 10 months. It's a little lighter payments for 12 months.
Correct. So that helps a little bit. Your monthly fees would include music video fees, workshops, rehearsals, costumes, if we're doing a costume for that event, the intensives, summer camps, all of that is bound into that one fee. One-time fees would include the film festival, registration,
That's embedded in.
the one-time fees.
No.
Oh, it's different now?
That's changed.
I have that incorrect then. The registration fee,
Registration. and
travel gear, that type of a thing. And then like Adam mentioned, tour fees are their own separate charge if you're in a touring company. And once again, the touring companies are only the Gravity Age and the Rise Age.
I should also say, going back to tours, it's on the front desk flyer. It talks about the cost of tours. Right now, we have a TB. No,
TBA, to be announced, yeah.
no, it's not to exceed NTE. I think it
Oh.
says not to exceed amount. Currently for Gravity, I think that's set at $1,000, not to exceed for that tour, and for Rise, not to exceed 2,000 for that tour. 2,200.
22.
It's 22. That's right. 2,200 for that tour. If we can keep it under that, we will. But it won't be above that for sure. So.
Yes. Yes, everything keeps rising. This year, our bus schedule for our current tour went up more than double of
More than
what we
double
were
the cost of
anticipating.
buses.
So it like threw us for a loop, trying to figure out what could we do and what can we provide for our students and stay within our budget. And everybody started raising their prices. We looked at flying, and if we flew, it meant we were one day less at Disney. And we said, no, we can't take away one day less at Disney. We're not flying. We're going to take vans. It was kind of a little bit of an up and down. So that's where we say not to exceed this amount. We'll do our best to work within that. And then if it is cheaper, that's a benefit for you. So, okay. I did audition already. So
Oh, you already did audition. An audition process. Cast,
unless you want me,
scores.
are there any questions about the audition process? Or anything?
Good on there.
No? Okay.
Okay, last couple items. This is a short meeting. We're not long-winded.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna compare us to any other academies. No, I wouldn't do that. But we're not long-winded. I hope none of them are watching.
We love you guys.
Nancy, we love you. Sorry, Tyne. So we have an opportunity for kids to earn high school credit while they're here at COPA through Alta Independent High School. We don't manage that, but they've worked with us to offer credit. So we've had students do that who have come in who don't want to do their PE credit at high school. They would rather use their classes here at COPA to get them their PE credit. I think there might be some other credits you can get through that. Fine arts, any of the fine arts credits.
I'm monitoring your chat in the,
Yes,
and they're saying they can't do the questions asked by us.
yeah,
So they want to-
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, thank you.
The other one is camp, and we'll address that after.
We'll address camp in just a minute too. So yeah, you can get on, I should know the website, Alta Independent. Yeah, I don't remember what that
Hold on,
was.
see if I can find that.
And I was looking for the flyer at the front desk and I couldn't find it. It's usually there. But you can, it does cost to pay for those credits, but it's an opportunity.
And it's not a large cost.
No,
That maybe.
Yeah.
And they'll go to any.
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
yeah, you'll get that credit. 6?
Yeah.
Wow.
Cause you get dance credit, you can get music credit. I know I had 4 students this year that did it.
Wow, that's great.
It actually works out really well. And they just have to have a teacher sign a document.
Yep.
Saying that you've completed the work and fill out some paperwork, but.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's easy.
Great opportunity to use COPA as a way to get some high school credit. So following auditions, so our auditions are on May 24th and May 25th, whether it's American Fork or Draper. We plan to announce our auditions, who's in what company, who made it, who didn't, on the 26th, Friday the 26th. That'll come out. So we're fast turnaround.
Long
Yes.
night for us, but we got it.
We got it. A lot of Dr. Pepper that night.
Yes, it'll be emailed.
Yeah, it'll be come out by email. And then the following day, the 27th, Saturday, the 27th, we will all convene back together for those who made it into companies for a parent meeting where we will go into much more detail on some specifics of being within a company. So that'll be 10 to 11 a.m. Again, we'll keep it short.
But it is very detailed filled. So if your child does make a company for that upcoming year, there's a lot of changes coming up compared to what we did this year. So please make it a note to attend that meeting.
And it'll be on
That
Zoom
will be
again
important.
as well as in person. So that'll be May 27th, 10 a.m. There was a question on camp. What was the question? on
Morning or
camp?
afternoon for camp? Or begin now.
Camp is 5 to 8:30, I believe. 5 to 8:30, Monday through Friday. That's July 31st through August 4th. Yeah,
Something like that.
something like that.
Yeah.
Whatever
Whatever
that
that
Monday
week
through
is.
Friday is.
That week last
Will be the evening. We did evenings last year, and we didn't want to do it, but then we did it. We really liked it.
Yes.
Evenings were fun. It was a little different. Instead of breakfast, we did
We do a dinner.
dinner the
We do a
first night.
dinner our first night, and then the very last Friday, we put on a show and let the kids perform. Some of the experiences, the opportunity they've had, songs they've had throughout the week, things they've learned, they get to perform. Parents are welcome to attend. However, we hardly ever do see parents come to that. But you are more than welcome to come if you want. Kids get to perform. We usually
little
have
karaoke
ice cream and karaoke, and it's just a lot of fun. Starts that bonding process within those companies. There was a question that just came on about Rise Tour. I'm guessing, are you asking about Rise Tour 23? Yes, they are. Do you want to they're asking about when those details will be given out and
I can't see. I'm so blind.
how many kids will be involved in Rise Company? I'm guessing that's for 2024.
So the Rise 23 tour be given out. I turn to what the kids need. Oh, for this coming
For this
tour.
coming tour. This
so
is funny that we're both like this.
So some of those details, we finally just got, we know that we are performing on Wednesday and Thursday on tour at Disney, and we know our workshop is on Friday at Disney. We don't know specific times yet. We're still waiting to hear that. So,
And these delays are because of Disney. So please don't view us as unorganized or lack
Yeah,
of
we're
preparation.
waiting for them.
We wait for Disney, and they are very tight on when they release their information. So they do not release, and usually until 2 weeks prior to your attendance,
To your
till we
date.
get there. And we got it a little earlier than that. So, but you will be receiving packing lists and more detailed itinerary this week. So watch emails that will be coming, and that, once again, that's for this tour,
Coming up in a
2023.
few weeks.
Friday, or Monday morning.
So yeah,
Like
Monday
Monday
morning we'll
morning
be leaving
early.
early.
Yes.
Drive through the day.
Oh,
Yeah,
When do you leave?
we leave early Monday morning and we come back late Saturday night.
Yes. Monday morning, early drop off. I actually think our departure is 7 a.m. So I think it's a 7 a.m. departure, which means a 6:30 call time at COPA.
And then a drop off on Saturday night coming in
Will
late.
be evening late.
Yeah.
Mhm. So, but all that detail will come this week. The next question was, how many kids will be invited to be in Rise Company? Do you know, we try to
Two.
be,
Only two. We're just taking two this
we laugh.
year.
I was like, evil laugh. No, we try to be as accommodating as we can. However, because our program is so detailed in its nature, to have a company that has 20 kids in it is almost it's non-existent. We can't take that many kids because we can't give those kids the individual attention that they need, especially with our songwriting classes. Our songwriting classes, they need so much individual help that it's not fair to the student to fill a classroom that is so full that we are not able to accommodate them. So on average, the classes seem to be anywhere from 10 to 15, right around there. Once again, it depends on who is auditioning, what the talent base is like. And
We've had 13 in Rise the last 2 years and I've loved having 13. It's been great.
so just depends. Not everyone that auditions obviously makes companies. So it just kind of depends on what the talent base is like and how we feel we can best fit the company need as well as the needs of the individual students.
Tryouts, do we just drop our student off and they're there the whole time? Yes. For tryouts, do we drop? Yes, you drop them off. They're here for a couple hours and then you can pick them up at the end.
So the question was, for the tryout, do you just drop your student off and leave? Yes. And just pick them up at the end of the 2-hour time block.
Do you talk about costumes or is that something that would be talked about during the casting meeting? That's probably
Casting
something we
meeting.
would save for the later meeting. Yeah.
Yes, but we will talk about them.
Yes,
We just won't talk about them today. Okay, any other questions, either from Zoom or here, in Peanut Gallery? No? Yes,
No, it's relevant. Listen,
that's okay.
So my grandmother, this is beautiful, this is the slow song, and it kind of shows the rage a little bit, but we've heard that like doing something more upbeat that shows her personality and stuff. Is that kind of true or what you guys want to see?
Yes, so the,
Obviously, but
yes, so the question was, in terms of audition material, when you're auditioning, what type of song would we rather hear? Whether something upbeat that shows the student's personality or something slow that maybe shows that has maybe a greater range that shows their vocal ability better. I think it's kind of a sixes here because we obviously want to see an element of the student, but we also want to see within their talent base. And that is usually when we have an audition like this, and we have done so many auditions, that frequently that type of a student would be asked to sing something else. So if they sang something where I saw a great personality, but I only heard maybe like a 6-note difference in what they're singing, I would say, do you have anything else? Do you have anything that might show a little bit of your higher range or something that could show, can you sing a little lower? So that is where we give the guidance to come prepared with 2 songs. Not everyone will be asked to sing 2 songs, but in terms of one being better and one being worse, I don't think you can really answer that question because it would just be different. Yeah, I know, that's true. And the fact that you're the grandma, well, you are a young, beautiful grandma.
For my kids to sing whatever they feel the most comfortable with.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna help them with confidence and they're not gonna freak out as you move.
Right,
But I feel like it's so songs they can be more catchy.
yeah,
into-
for sure,
Trying to show their personality.
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want them to be comfortable. And you know what? We try to make the auditions as comfortable and as relaxed.
So they know even if it's just you were in. there.
Well, we're both in there,
Okay.
so that is
so
helpful.
they'll have a familiar face.
For sure.
Yeah.
And then we usually invite the directors of a company. So Tiffany has been invited to participate. However, the classes teachers, so like the pop rocks teachers, those are not in there. But we try to be as comfortable and as welcoming and non-scary, as possible.
We're
not
pretty
Simon
scary
Cowells,
though.
yeah.
We are pretty intimidating people.
Sorry.
Yes,
And then do you want them like, when they do their performances, they kind of use the self-time, so, and I'm seeing it. Do you want them to do that?
we do. We
Yes.
love that. Sure. It shows a sense of not only their competence. Oh, you can
Or you want to come in?
you can come in.
Come on in.
Or you don't
Got a
have to.
COPA shirt on. Come say
This is our
hi.
director. This is our director,
Gravity
Tiffany
director.
Nutter, who is the gravity director. Come poke your face in. Okay, what was the question? I just brain blipped.
Slating.
Slating, yes, we want them to slate. It just shows a sense of confidence and control of the situation from the student's point of view. So we definitely would love to see them.
Yes.
And that's part of artist development too, is an artist being able to communicate who they are and what they're representing. So absolutely.
Are we okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Any other concerns? Did you talk about costumes? We already got that one. I think we're okay. Once again, feel free to email us, Cori, CORI @utahcopa.com, Adam, ADAM, yes, @utahcopa.com. That sounded weird for a minute. Damn. So with any of your questions, if we don't answer you right away, it might be that we're in like a 4-hour rehearsal, which is very frequent. So hang tight, we will get to you, or feel free to text us as well. So thank you for your time and your attendance. We appreciate you being here, and we'll sign up for now.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, see you at auditions.